What up, Scam? Welcome to Bar Vibes with Bryce the Fourth. Getting out raw reaction and interacting with the masses. No subject is safe. You hear the people and the noises, but that's the point, because without the people, what is the point? Embrace them vibrations. We gotta start with the Sixers, obviously. They got them brooms, put on them asses. Sweppity swept, and sweppity swept. If you are a basketball fan watching, you knew this was coming. Obviously, pause. You knew this was coming. I'm not gonna do it again. You got JoJo, reeling, and you got your backcourt with a guy, VJ Edgecombe, who's 19 years old, trying to lift this team up. Your backcourt helpers are not doing anything. I'm not gonna harp on anything other than that. Joel Embiid did his best, and I'm not gonna do this where it's like, oh well, we did this where we beat the Celtics. No. They went into this series against the Knicks, and the Knicks handled business. Jalen Brunson, fantastic. He does what Jalen Brunson does, what point guards need to do: draw fouls, facilitate, and make sure that his entire team is doing great. On the flip side, for the Sixers, you don't have guard depth, and the Jared McCain trade is butting them in their ass. You don't have a player who can come in after, Maxi's tired. The man played 47 minutes in game 3. In a game, game 2, when they lost by 6, where you could have had a point guard come in for 3, 4, 5 minutes and just spell him. Man played 47 minutes. They lost by 6. And of course, JoJo was going to set out the second game because, he's had injuries the entire year. This is where I give the Knicks their flowers. Karl Anthony Towns decided, and I'm sure this is coaching, where they were like, hey, your job now is to facilitate. Man's like giving out 9 fucking assists all series. You get him at the top of the key, and he's watching everybody switch, and nobody's switching, and then you see an open player under the basket. Easy assist. Did his job, and still doing his job. My thing is, Knicks fans, and I won't call it an argument, but if you do not, Knicks fans, if you do not win the NBA championship, please do not start walking around but like, oh, but we beat this, we beat, no. And if you're walking around with, fans of your rivals and they talk about, no, that's your fault for surrounding yourself with shitty ass fucking fans. If you beat who you beat, sure. But if you didn't win, call it. You don't need, moral victories mean nothing when it comes to championships. Means nothing. Kudos to the Knicks. I mean, that sweep was crazy. 230 buckets. Ugh. I could throw up in a fucking trash can. But, I mean, the Knicks were nicking. I don't think that's a thing, but I created it just now. They were hooping, and Jalen Brunson without OG, good for them. So we shall see. Wemby, the Wemby elbow If you haven't seen it, go look at it. The man got a board. Now, he looked directly at this man, like turned his head and was like, yeah, you can have a piece of this elbow. You can have all of, I got like 6 parts of this elbow. You can have all of it. Elbowed the shit out of this man. Do I think he needs to be suspended for a game? No. It's the playoffs. Fined? Absolutely. He was looking to elbow this man. And he did it. If he wasn't 7'5", he might have caught him on his temple. Then we would be talking about assault. That's neither here nor there. And they tied the series because Wemby wasn't in there. There was no presence where, you drive the ball and you're not worried about anybody blocking your shot. So it's going to be very interesting to see. What's going on, my guy? You good? If they suspend him, I hope they don't. The Lakers got swept. And people were like, hey, is this his last, LeBron's legacy? Is this the last LeBron game? No. I don't think so. I don't think that he's going to be playing for the Lakers next year. That's just me. I think that he will try to finagle himself back to the Cavs to make sure that he finishes his legacy where he started it. Where he won them their only fucking championship. Guardians have not won a championship. Do I have to say it? Do I have to talk about the Browns? No. And it would be serendipitous if he does go back to the Cavs and tries to win a championship. I hope he does. The Cavs and the Pistons tied at 2-2. James Harden is continuing with this narrative that he doesn't show up in big games. Game 6, last 3 possessions, Kate Cunningham, 3 turnovers. James Harden had 3 buckets. It's Game 7 will be ridiculous. I hope he pulls it out because he had like 13 and 12 consecutively in the last 2 games, the games that they lost. He's known for not showing up. You got to get on your horse, my guy. You got to get on your horse. And that's James Harden. We're talking about football. A.J. Brown did not show up for the off-site workouts. Who cares? We know what's going to happen here. We know. If you're living under a rock like fucking Patrick Starr, we know what's going to happen here. Why would he waste his time coming to off-site workouts? For what? It was reported that he was in New England. I'm sorry. In Boston, looking at condos, as you should. You know you're not going to be here. Do what you got to do. You got a ring. I will be wearing this man's jersey whenever I can. I don't care. And if you're an Eagles fan, you should not care. It's about money. If you're not okay with your teammates after winning a Super Bowl, you're an idiot. And I say that wholeheartedly. You're an idiot. Men helped you win a Super Bowl. If you're not wearing it, if I see people with like the stickers on the back of their jerseys, like, no. Men help you win a Super Bowl. Get over it. The Flyers got swept. Now, getting swept it sucks, but the Flyers were not expected to make the playoffs. Mind you, they were at 3.8%. 3.8% on odds to make the playoffs. And then beat the Penguins. I'm not mad at it. The Flyers crowd gave them a standing ovation in losing fashion. Shout out to them because they were not projected to be there. Good for them. I I saw this tweet. I'm sorry, I forgot to put his name on the tweet. But last week it was Monday, Sixers lost, and Flyers lost. Wednesday, Sixers lost. Thursday, Flyers lost. Friday, Sixers lost. Saturday, Flyers lose, eliminated. Sunday, Sixers lose, eliminated. The terrible, terrible week for people who root for Philly. But then you get the Phillies, who are 10-3 under Don Mattingly. 10-3. All it took was a little bit of shake up. That's all it took. Oh, you want me to play better? Oh, no, play better. Hey, nice to see you. Are you running again? I know you are. That was a move. No, I didn't even ask you that. All they needed was another person to come in and be like, hey, you guys need to play better. And it works. You got Brendan Marsh on a 12-game fucking hitting streak. Knock on wood. And the Phillies are 3 games out of 500. I was told if they make it out of May over 500, we got a thing to do. And I honestly think they're going to do it. The NBA draft lottery. I was on quote-unquote vacation. I was in Florida, and I was like, wait, what's happening here? It wasn't the draft. They did the draft lottery. Shout out to the Wizards getting the first pick. Do what you will, because the Sixers do not have a first-round pick because they traded it away. They have 21. It's going to be very interesting. I think that if I'm the Wizards, I trade it away because you're going to get another first-round pick and then multiple picks after that. But I'm not a GM. I don't, that's them. Fun fact that I heard about the Pacers. The Pacers have never had a first-round pick play for them. And I'm not saying like draft it. They've never had a draft pick overall first. They've never had a first overall draft pick play for them. That's weird. Kind of weird. But funny. When I was in Florida, they were talking about the gas prices. I was like, what? Do you know what the gas prices are up in the fucking States? Crazy. Wild. Anywho, yeah, I know it's Tuesday, but if you have your mother in your life, and if you don't, if your mother's not around, or if your mother has, not here, big ups to to the moms out there. Big ups to the first day. Stay focused and be great. Take a sip. It's gonna be tough for me to do these because it's time for me to get into my house. Shout out to my wife, and I may be on here talking about her being a mom soon. So hey.